everyone, today's video is going to be about the cultural influences that are a part of my life. Holidays that my family usually celebrates are Lunar New Year, Tet, and Christmas. During Lunar New Year, we would go to temples and pray once a year, in which we would pray for good fortune and good health. During Tet, my family, both my mom's and my dad's side, would hold parties to celebrate the New Year, and for the kids, the adults would hand out money in red envelopes as New Year gifts. Lunar New Year and Tet are examples of folk culture because it is something that not a lot of people celebrate and is relative to Asian people. Lunar New Year and Tet are basically the same thing because they're both celebrating the new year. The only difference is that Tet is specifically celebrated by Vietnamese people, whereas Lunar New Year is collectively celebrated by many Asian cultures. For Christmas, my family celebrates this holiday by putting up the Christmas tree and decorating it with lights and ornaments. We would also buy presents for each other, wrap them up, and place them underneath the tree, and we would wait till the day of to open them. It is an example of popular culture because it is a holiday that is celebrated worldwide every year. For clothing, traditional garments worn by Vietnamese people are áo dài, which literally translates to long shirt. It is a tight-fitting silk tunic that is worn over trousers and is worn on special occasions like weddings and parties, and is especially worn during Tet. Although I personally don't wear áo dài myself, I do know relatives who wear them. Both genders can wear áo dài, but it is most commonly worn by women. In Vietnam, it is the uniform worn by female teachers, students, and staff workers. Áo dài is an example of folk culture because it is unique to Vietnamese fashion and their way of dress. Something that I do wear, however, are jeans, and I usually pair them with most of my outfits that I wear on a daily basis. They are versatile with practically any top you pair it with, such as t-shirts, sweaters, blouses, etc. It is an example of popular culture because it is widely worn by many people in the US and other developed countries. Some of the foods that I eat from my culture are bánh xèo and bánh tét. Bánh xèo, as seen at the top of the slide, is a Vietnamese crepe filled with shrimp, pork, and mung bean sprouts eaten with lettuce and other greens. It is one of my favorite dishes to eat that my mom makes occasionally. Bánh tét, as seen at the bottom of the slide, is a cylindrical sticky rice cake with savory filling wrapped in banana leaf, usually cooked by steaming it. It is cut into thin slices and can be eaten by itself or fried. This food is usually eaten during Tet season and is something my family eats every year. These foods are an example of folk food because it is native to Vietnam. When I was younger, I used to watch Cải Lương with my parents, which is basically a Vietnamese opera. There are two types of Cải Lương, a modern version and an ancient version. In the modern version, it consists of stories about modern Vietnamese society, usually dealing with romantic love stories blended with family or social relationships. In the ancient version, the actors are dressed in old-fashioned costumes and consists of historical stories or legends where kings and warriors still existed. Many of these plots come from Chinese historic or ancient legends. My parents would show me both versions for entertainment, but more specifically the modern version, to show me how Vietnamese life was like and also give me life lessons and lectures. This type of music is an example of folk culture because it highlights Vietnamese morals and values. Nowadays, I listen to music on the radio, and it's something that I do almost every day whenever I'm in my parents' car. It is an example of popular culture because the radio is still widely used by many people, even though most people listen to music on their phones or other music outlets. Something that my family uses in their everyday life is a rice cooker. My family eats a lot of rice on a daily basis, so it makes cooking rice a lot easier. It is an example of popular culture because it is something that a lot of people use when making rice. For leisure activities, my family goes shopping during the holidays. We would go to the mall or the outlets and buy new things or new clothes that are on sale at the time. It is an example of popular culture because it is something that most people do during their time off for the holidays. Overall, these examples are how folk and pop culture influence my life. Thank you for watching.